Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. You know, it's the time of the year where we're all really busy. We're out doing our Christmas shopping. We're working those extra hours. And we need something quick and easy and delicious to feed our family when we get home. So I've got that recipe for you today. And you may have all the ingredients. And I'm going to read it to you. It's called a green chili and cheese chicken and rice casserole. I cook 2 chicken breasts. You want to boil them up and shred it in large chunks, not fine, large chunks. Reserve a half a cup of the broth, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 2 cups of cooked rice, 1 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs, a half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 4.5 ounce can of mild or hot, if you prefer, diced green chilies, and a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, salt and pepper to taste. Be careful with your salt because the cheese is salty. I'm sure when you boil your chicken like I do, you put salt in the water to flavor that chicken, to season it up. I put a smidge of salt in the rice when I cook it. And mayonnaise has got a little bit of salt in it. So be careful with the salt. And it's basically let's dump everything together. You would put it in a lemon 13 dish, but today I'm going to do 2 different casseroles. And we can't eat the big pan of it, so I'm going to split it up. So let's get started. First of all, we cooked our chicken and all of that is done. So we're going, in my large bowl here, we're going to add our chicken. See, I cut it. I didn't cut it. I shredded it, you know, into fairly large pieces, if you can see. Some of it's smaller, but it's not a fine shred. So let's put all of our chicken in here. Then we're going to add, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then we're going to add our can of soup. This is so easy to make. If you wanted, you don't even have to cook your own chicken. You can buy a rotisserie chicken at the grocery store. And in place of, for the broth, use a boxed stock. And that would be just delicious for this. And make it even quicker for you. Okay, so we're going to add our mayonnaise. And that is a half of a cup. Let's get a clean spatula. A half a cup of mayonnaise. Especially this time of year, we're all busy. We've got things that we've got planned, and we're trying to get our shopping done. Or maybe we've got a get together we want to go to, but you want to feed your family. And so this is a good meal for that. It's half a cup of mayonnaise. Let's scoop that right on in there. Just dump it. We're going to stir it up in a few minutes. A half a cup of mayonnaise. Our diced chilies. Now, I've got a 7-ounce can of chilies, and I'm debating whether to use that or my 4.5 ounce can, which is what I bought to use. Let's use the 4.5 ounce can. I know that's great for this recipe because that's what I formulated it with. So we're going to dump that. We're not going to drain it. Really, there's not much to drain off of these can of chilies. I get the diced. If you can't find the diced, get the whole and just chop them up yourself. Not real fine, but you don't want them big chunks either. So, and next we're going to add our cheese. Calls for 1 cup of cheese. This bag is 2 cups. So we're going to put about half of it. We're going to eyeball the cheese. I say you never can have too much cheese. This is like butter. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to, I'm not going to salt it just yet. I'm going to wait, and we'll see. I might put a smidge of salt. I'm not going to put much, y'all. Let's put a little bit. Now that's probably half a teaspoon, and I'm going to put about the same amount of black pepper. So let's stir this up, and I'll hold it up and let you see it in just a minute. See what you think. Yeah, I think just the 4.5 ounce can of peppers was perfect. I think the 7 ounce can would have been too much, but if that's what you want to use, you use it. When you make it, it's going to be yours. Get it stirred up. Doesn't take but a minute. This is one of those recipes that is just so quick. And see how, can you see that? It's so delicious, y'all. So let me set this right here for a minute. Then we're going to, I'm going to spray our pans because we want to be able to get it out. We're going to put rice on the bottom, and we don't want it sticking. So we're going to do that. I got 2 cups of cooked rice, so we're going to split, that's hot. We're going to split it up between these dishes, between these pans. Let's fluff that up. Oh, do you like rice? We like rice. I'm going to put a cup in here. I might put a little bit more because I've got more than 2 cups of rice. I'm going to put a cup in here. Yeah, let's put a little more. And we'll spread it out. And then we're going to just layer. That's all there is to this dish. It's layering. Let's spread this rice out. I'll let you see what I'm doing. Can you see? Might need a little more rice in that dish. So you guys been having a good weekend. I want you to go and check out my video that I made on cornflake candy. It's that time of year when we all start making our holiday dishes. So check it out. It's a recipe of my grandmother's. I know there's a lot of cornflake candy recipes, but this was my grandmother's recipe. And of course, we all think our granny does the best. And that's the recipe that I used. I'm going to put a little bit more in this pan. So you just eyeball it as you go. And you see how I've got that spread out in that pan? Now we're going to take our mixture here, and we're going to put about half of it in one. Whoops, get in there. And half in the other. Then we'll come back and we'll spread it. Just don't leave anything behind. Let's spread it, scrape it out real good. There you go. Let's spread it out, and I'll hold it up and show it to you in just a minute. And as it cooks, this soup mixture, chicken mixture, is just going to meld right into that rice. And keep it moist and bubbly and delicious. Now see, how quick was that to put together? That was so quick and easy. Now see that layer? Now we're going to cover it with, because for a cup of, how much, I should know this recipe, right? A cup of breadcrumbs. So we're going to split it up. I'm not measuring, I'm eyeballing. So about half a cup in each pan. Spread it out so it gets to all those corners, because you want every bite to have that topping. And as it cooks, we're going to sprinkle our broth over this, and as it cooks, it's going to get all wet and moist, and hopefully it'll get crunchy. Okay. So that was probably a little more than a half a cup on each one, but that's okay. So then we're going to drizzle this on the top. I'll hold it up again for you. Let me hold that one up, show you before we wet it, since I didn't do that. And see with the topping on it. Now we're going to drizzle over this one. I kept out just about 3/4 of a cup, and I think I'm going to use it all. If you're doing it in 11 by 13, my recipe calls for half a cup. So let's see how we got it. It's all kind of wet. And then we're going to bake this at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. And after I get it baked off, then I'll put a picture in with this video so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to go over the recipe with you again, and I'll post it in the video. 2 chicken breasts boiled and shredded in large chunks. A half a cup of broth reserved. Using 2 pans, I used about 3/4 of a cup. 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 2 cups of cooked rice, 1 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs, a half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 4.5 ounce of diced green chilies, mild or hot, your choice. 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I used mild cheese, you can use sharp. Salt and pepper it to taste, but be careful with your salt. Cook your chicken, or if you would rather buy rotisserie chicken, then shred your chicken into large chunks. Then in the large bowl, combine your chicken, your soup, your mayonnaise, your chilies, and your cheese. Salt and pepper it to taste. Just remember the cheese and the other ingredients are going to be salty. And spray the bottom of your casserole dish, and put your rice in the bottom of your dish. Cover it with the chicken mixture that we just mixed up. Sprinkle your breadcrumbs on the top and drizzle your chicken broth on top of that. Bake at 375, 30 to 35 minutes until it's brown and bubbly. And I hope you'll try this recipe and enjoy it. And if you do, please leave me a comment and let me know. I would certainly appreciate it. And I hope you'll follow me on YouTube. On YouTube, it's Food and Family. Food and sign Family. And you can find it if you'll search at Karen's Food Family. And on Facebook, it's Food and Family. And like my videos, I would certainly appreciate it. And please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that way you'll know when I'm doing videos and when I get them posted. So I would certainly appreciate it. And let me know what you think about it. And we'll talk to you later. Come back. See you later. Bye.